super babies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be really special. It's going to be long. I'm going to be sharing my love story, minute details, and I'm really excited. Now I wanted to share this video from quite a while, but I became sick and I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Then my hair was dirty. I've not washed my hair from quite some time. Today I'm like, screw everything, let's do it. So my hair is in a mess, but I want to record this, okay? Otherwise it'll never happen. So instead of just like delaying, let's just begin. But before going ahead, I want to say why am I so excited about this video? Because God helps those who help themselves. I took a very big risk and I made this happen. And yeah, I want to just tell you babies out there who feel, oh my God, we're not finding a guy for us to get married, especially if you cross 30, if you cross 35 plus, this goes on in the head, especially if you want to get married. I'm not finding the right one. Is he the right one? Is she the right one? You know, we're not finding a life partner. Will I remain unmarried? And if you have some unmarried person in your family, will I be that nagging person? Will I be this person? You know, it just goes on in your head. But yeah, I would just like to say, don't lose hope. There's someone out there specially made for you. You might find right now, you might find later in life, you might find that person much earlier in life. You don't know. So don't lose hope because there's someone out there for you. So today's story is all about me and my husband, who was my boyfriend then, and I want to like tell you that. So okay. So let's begin fatafat. I don't want this to be super long. So yeah, let's begin. By the way, if you're new to my channel, yes, I'm pregnant 4 months. And yeah, I'm very excited. So my love story was quite a story. To begin with my love story, I would just like to tell you, I was on dating apps for quite a while. And I'm that person who rarely socializes. I don't party as such. Yeah, I travel to eat basically, but you'll not see me like partying or roaming around much and enjoying myself with friends or socializing and meeting someone. I'm not that kind of a person. So for me to actually meet someone and get married to someone or like someone was a difficult task for me. I was on dating apps for quite a while, but I would not meet anyone. Maybe one guy a year or 2 guys a year. And I would be like, mera to kuch nahi hone wala hai. The guys I used to meet was so pathetic. I'm sorry if you're watching me. Like some of them were really hideous. And I'm like, main kahan phas gayi? It would be like a task for me to meet some guy, okay, on dating apps. And I'm like, oh, wow, what am I going to do? I'm screwed. Like I'm have to sit in front of this guy and have to be really like, you know, chivalrous and I'm full of manners while eating, while sitting and talking. I can't be myself. Everything was a headache. So it was a big task for me to go and meet guys. But yeah, I used to take the initiative. I used to try my best to meet somebody or the other at least once or twice a year. Maybe maximum thrice a year. I don't think that happened. Twice a year maybe. Always it used to be there. I will not be able to get married because I hardly socialize. So how will I meet new people? How will anything happen to me? Because I do not meet anyone. Why I won't socialize much is another reason. That is my dad. He's a Hitler and he scared me all throughout my life with all scary stories about men. So I would literally get so scared to even go out and meet a guy. But still, it is a really big thing for me to meet at least 1 or 2 or 3 guys a year, because I know what I went through before meeting these men. So like hiding karke, first of all I have to meet. And yeah, I should tell my mom. But yeah, dad, so if I'm caught, then what happens? All that, even at the age of 35, 34, I'm shit scared of my dad. He's the only person I'm scared of. So on 21st February last year, that was the time when I met my husband. But prior to that, we were in Ooty, and then suddenly we decided to go to Kerala for a mini vacation. So first we went to Thrissur, then we went to Natika Resort, and then we came to Cochin. I stayed at Marriott, which is next to Lulu Mall. And of course, as usual, I'm swiping on guys. So the thing back of my head is, I don't offend anyone, but Kerala guys don't know to speak very good English. Sorry, but I just want to let this, like, this is part of my story. So back of my head, it was like, these guys don't know to speak good English. So what am I going to do. But still, I was just swiping yay or swiping right, left, and just doing time pass, till I swiped Praveen. Okay, that in the photos he did not have beard. Okay, and I will not even look at a guy who does not have a beard, who does not have facial hair. Basically, I will not look at a guy. I don't know how the hell did I swipe on him. I have no idea what made me swipe on him, because trust me, I would not even look at a guy who was clean shaven. Swiping on him was really big thing. So I was in Marriott, and I swiped on him, swiped on other guys too, and I used to chat with them, and nothing was clicking as such. So while chatting with Praveen, he was very blunt at first. He typed really good English, okay. So another thing with me is, if any guy asks me for a number, I will not give my number so soon. I will like wait, and then I will give my number. By the time I give my number, I already disliked him, so I will not give my number also. That also happens. So in his case, morning I swiped on him, and he asked me for my phone number. I don't know what. I gave my phone number. This would never rarely happen. I gave my number. In 2-3 minutes he called me up, and we spoke, and he sounded so hot, and his English was so good. I'm like, a guy from Kerala speaking so good English, like how come? So he told me, no, he's not from Kerala. I mean, he is native is Kerala like me, but born and brought up somewhere else. I was like, okay, no wonder. In my mind, okay, we spoke, and he was like, do you want to catch up? Like, I'm close to where you're staying. Like, if you're staying in Marriott, like, I can come to Lulu Mall. And I'm the type of person who never ever meet a person so fast. I will have to talk to him at least for 4-5 days, and then I will take the risk to meet him. And top of it, my dad is also there with us. He's in the other room. So me and mom in one room, my dad in another room, and here I am talking to a guy who I'm going to meet in some time at Lulu Mall. So he asked, do you want to meet up? And I was like, okay. I told him, okay. Then I told my mom, there's this guy, I'm going to go and meet him, and I don't have clothes. I literally didn't have clothes because I didn't have summer wear. I was in Ooty, right? So I had a winter wear, I didn't have summer wear. And whatever I wore already got dirtied in Thrissur and Attica and everything. So I told my mom, let's go for shopping, as Lulu Mall is there only, and let's get an outfit, because I do not have anything, I do not have an outfit to wear for my date. So she went for shopping. We picked up this shirt, and it was that time was the COVID time, so we can't try clothes. So I could just pick it up. So I picked up a large shirt. It looked humongous, but I was like, I'll wear this because I don't want the guy to see the shape of my boobs and my body and everything. So I'll just wear something loose. I came and I picked up some makeup too, and it was not too hot in Kerala, so I could put foundation and everything. So I picked up some new makeup. I don't even know where is that right now, but yeah, I picked up a new foundation. I think Krylon or something. No, Derma. And I'm waiting for his message. Okay, I thought he'll let me know soon, like we're meeting, or he's going to ditch. So I took my bath and everything, but I didn't dress up. I took my bath and everything, and he said, do you want to catch up now? I said, right now, no, I can catch you up at 6 o'clock in the evening. This is around 4 o'clock. So he said, okay, fine. I thought he'll say no. Don't know, no? Some guys will not adjust to your tantrums. So I dressed up fatafat, did my hair, did my makeup. My hair was a mess that time. Cochin water didn't suit my curls and it just became rough and horrible. I didn't care. I just decked up my face. I was so scared. I told my mom I'm going for the date and everything. I'm going to meet this guy. So usually what I do, right, I'll just tell you, this is like super frank. If I go for any date, I'll send the photographs to my friend, and I will give this guy, whichever date I'm going for, I'll give his number to my mom, to my friend, and like I'll be like, if anything happens to me, this is his face and this is his number. I'm so petrified. So this is what I always do. But in his case, Praveen's case, only my mom knew about it, and I didn't tell anyone else about it. I just went with the flow, and I was scared. Now before leaving, my mom tells you, tell your father. What am I going to say? Like, bail mujhe maar. So I said, what do you want me to tell him? He said, he'll ask you where you are. I said, you just tell anything. I'm going to meet a friend or anything. I'm not going to tell I'm going to meet a guy or something like that. He's not as cool as my mom. Like, he's going to ruin my mood. Mom said, but tell him something, like, where are you going? I said, I'm not telling. I just ran. Okay, I just ran because my mom is now in a discussion as to what I'm going to tell my dad, what she has to be ready with. It's like a planning and plotting. I had no energy for that. I just ran, and he told me to meet at Starbucks. That's his favorite joint, at Lulu Mall. Here I'm really scared, and I think I thought the foundation should not melt with my sweat and fear and nervousness. So I went there, and I'm like expecting a guy who's clean shaven. I'm searching for someone who's clean shaven. Then I called him up, and there was this guy who was sitting there. For a second, he just looked at me, so I thought it is Praveen only. So from outside, I'm asking, "Is it Praveen?" And he's like this. So I was like, shit, man, what did I do? I asked like this random guy, are you Praveen? And what he must be thinking, I'm like, this flirt or what? I have no idea. I was like, hey, Bhagwan, I'm calling him up. He's not picking it up. And I'm like, shit, what did I do? I just asked a random guy, like, are you Praveen? Like, and he did like this also to me. I was so embarrassed. And then I go ahead and I'm like, what am I going to do? Should I go back? Should I run back? Then he calls me up and said, it's me only. I think, so I went and told him, you are Praveen? He's saying, yeah. I asked him, why did you do like this? So he's like, just a prank. I said, it's just a first meet. Please do not do such pranks. I'm not expecting it. So please don't, But he looked so different from his profile photo. He was this huge guy and he wore half sleeves and he's sitting like this. And he had like this huge tattoos on his hands. His biceps, his hands were so huge. And I looked so small for a change. We started talking. Initially, I found him so bugging because he was talking non-stop and not allowing me to talk, and I'm also non-stop talker. So it was really, really upsetting because he's just cutting me off non-stop and not allowing me to talk at all. He was a pain actually in the beginning of our conversations. I'm like, oh my god, मैं कहाँ फंस गई? He's not keeping his mouth shut. He's not allowing me to talk and non-stop some crap. And in between he'll be like, oh my god, he's so fair. Oh my god, he's so fair. I was pretty much annoyed with that too. You're so fair, you're so fair, you're so fair. Shut up. Let me talk. Then I thought it's going nowhere. It's really bugging because I won't sit with a guy for more than an hour. And then just before I was going to text my mom that I'm coming back to the hotel, the topic suddenly just changed and it went on to food and travel. That's when it hit. It clicked very well. Our conversations got a little deeper. It became very interesting as he's traveled Europe and I've traveled the Asian countries. So it got a little different, and we shared what we like because he had planned to go to Japan too, and Japan is my favorite country. So a lot of mix match, and the conversations became very interesting and very nice. We shared other stuffs to our personal life. It just changed. The conversation just changed from a really boring dead conversation to a really amazing conversation, in the sense that it got more personal, it got more private, it became very interesting. So it changed, and I just didn't want to go back to the hotel. Meanwhile, I told my mom I'll be back at the hotel in an hour's time. But here it became 2 hours and I've not gone back to the hotel. So she started calling me up and she's like, come back, we have to go for dinner. We have to eat, or we have to decide where to eat. I'm like, give me some time. Because then the conversations became really interesting and I didn't want to leave it and go. So then I told my mom, wait for some time. After some time, she messages me and calls me up and she tells me, I'm coming to the mall. We'll go and eat somewhere in the mall, Paragon. I was like, okay. So I told him my mom's going to be coming in some time. That became almost 2.5 hours to 3 hours. I'll never sit with any man for so long. That too on a date. I told him that my mom's going to come now. So once she comes, I'll be leaving. He was like, okay, fine. So on my date, my mother also meets him. My mother comes, my mother meets him. It was so awkward. It was so funny. And then I go to Paragon and I hawk a lot. Now, after this date, obviously, I can't be having high expectations. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know whether he likes me. I don't know whether he's going to message me again. I have no idea. Means kind of negative only. I thought like, pata nahi if he likes me, whether he likes me, doesn't like me. It goes on, right? It's normal. I kind of liked him. He was cute, but to talk to, look wise, I didn't like him that day. Found him too huge. I went and told my mom. I shared the whole experience as to what I'm sharing with you right now with her, how it happened and everything. And I hugged a lot, and then he messaged me, it was nice meeting you and everything. And he went out for dinner and he reached his home. He reached his uncle's home. So the thing is, by fluke, we hit each other. In the sense, we swiped on each other, because where he was living, the radius was quite far from where I was living. But I had extended my radius. That's how, I don't know, or he might have extended it. I don't know how. Destiny. We swiped on each other, being far from each other, because he was quite far. I'm so happy I planned that mini vacation from Ooty to Kerala, because we were planning to go to Mumbai. But yeah, I told my dad, let's go to Kerala. Let's make a trip. It was just on the spot wala plan. So in the night and everything, I was wondering whether he likes me, whether he'll text me. But he did text me saying that he's reached this place and everything, and I'm going to sleep. I ate this or something like that. That much only. And I didn't have much expectations as such, because I don't want to have. So then, whole night I got terrible food poisoning. I was vomiting, I was puking. My halat became very, very bad. And next day morning, like I need to go back to Mumbai. I have a flight around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I remember in the morning, about 6 or 7, he messaged me asking me, how am I? I was awake because full food poisoning only was going on whole night. So I told him I'm very sick and I puked a lot. I did a lot of loose motions. I'm really, really sick. I have a flight in few hours. I have no idea how I'm going to catch it, but I'm right now very, very sick. So he was like, shall I get medicine for you? And that was very sweet of him, because nobody's told me like this stuff, that I'll get medicine for you. And he was staying pretty far that time, so I was like, no, I've done PhD degree in food poisoning, so I'll handle it myself. Actually, I get a lot of food poisoning on and off, and I know how to handle myself. So I told him it's okay. So he's like, I'll come and give it to you just below your hotel. I said, no, I can't take this tension now. How do I hide it from my dad and run and get the medicines from him? And I didn't have strength for that whole drama. So I told him, no, my dad's there and I don't want the drama. So it's okay. He's saying, okay, you're going to be passing the area while going to airport. Passing his area while going to the airport. So I'll come and act like a beggar and give you the medicine slowly. Such a big man, huge guy. He's going to come and beg and give me medicines. Doesn't make any sense. So I told him, just shut up. It's okay. I'll look after myself. It was very, very sweet of him to do this, because I never come across this. Then I came back home and I didn't, meanwhile, of course, I told him I'm boarding the flight and little bit was happening. Talking, chit-chatting here and there. Then I reached home by 12 in the night or something, I guess. By 10 or something. And by 12 I messaged him and told him I'm going to sleep, good night. And he said, can we talk? So I said, 12 o'clock, I'm already tired, drained, travel, food poisoning, everything. I said, I can give you 10 minutes. We'll talk for 10 minutes and I need to sleep because I'm really weak and tired. He's like, okay, fine. That 10 minutes went up to 2 hours. So that's when I knew that, oh my God, this guy, we can talk. It's just not I do. And we started having, though he didn't allow me to talk much, but his conversations were interesting, which kept me interested. So that went up to 2 hours. I was talking to him while my mom is sleeping next to me, because I couldn't go out and talk. My dad's there and my brother is there, so I had to hide and talk. So I had to talk in my room only, and my mom sleeps with me. So we talked, and then again we talked, and little by little, we should talk in the night only, because he used to work in the day and then gym. So we should talk in the night only. The night became quite late. Then we started sleeping at 2, 3, and I was still negative only. I didn't have much of high hopes, to be super frank. Let's see where it goes. Then I planned a trip to my best friend's house in Noida. I was staying there for 15 days. In those 15 days, and there's lots more to share, because we did have a deadly breakup. We had lots more things like drama going on. I had to even tell my dangerous dad about him. But yeah, that goes in part 2 or part 3. So I'll see you later in another video very soon. Otherwise, see kitna lamba ban gayi ye video. Bye.